Alright guys, we're back with another reaction video, and today I decided to watch the 10 craziest roller coasters in the world. Now, being a roller coaster fan myself, well, I only really gone to Knott's Berry Farm, no, mostly Six Flags Magic Mountain and Knott's Berry Farm and Disneyland. I would love to travel and go check out other parks, but I do like the thrill rides, so we're going to see if this list at least has some of my favorite rides, and maybe some of your favorite rides as well. And let's take a look, so yeah, let's check it out.
Few theme park rides test your bravery and mettle like a roller coaster. Statistically, you're perfectly safe. You have maybe a 1 in 24 million chance of getting hurt on a coaster, and 1 in 750 million chance of dying on one. But you don't think about stats when zipping up and down the tracks, careening upside down, and enduring.
Now that's a ride I would like to get to one day. Six Flags Great Adventure, I want to go and try out the King Macaw, the world's tallest coaster, and it's been like, what, 15 years since that ride's been open, and it still hasn't been beaten, so, that's one of my things on a bucket list to do, so yeah.
Loop-the-loops that make you pray your seatbelt works perfectly. Obviously not all roller coasters are the same. Some are tamer and more predictable, designed for beginners, or those who aren't so much adrenaline junkies as adrenaline hobbyists. Others, meanwhile, are completely over the top and unpredictable, meant to instill thrill and fear into even the most hardcore of coaster addicts.
Yeah.
Check out the 10 craziest roller coasters in the world, and make plans to ride them all.
Here we go, guys.
You're ready.
Okay.
Simply seeing the tangled web that is the Takabisha.
You see that? It looks like it would break my neck. I already have like neck issues just from like how I sleep in my bed. I feel like what? Oh yeah, I'm still alive. Damn it! Alright, no, but that looks too crazy. I'd say it's scary in terms of you could probably get a very bad injury and ruin your life. Other than that, the drop doesn't look doesn't look that bad. I've been on taller rides than that, so.
Roller coaster is enough to give anyone chills. Since its opening in 2011, Takabisha has terrified passengers with its complete and utter unpredictability. Even if you technically know what's going to happen, you're not prepared for it. The ride starts with a rapid-fire drop into total darkness, simply to set the mood.
That wasn't even that dark. That was just a tunnel. Okay.
Seconds later, you're launched at over 60 miles per hour into the light in a series of pants-wetting coaster loops. A banana roll, corkscrews, and several 180-degree turns follow in rapid succession. You're then sent back to the station, only to quickly zoom 180 degrees toward a 141-foot-tall chain lift hill. Once at the top, you experience Takabisha's trademark, an absolutely terrifying 121-degree drop.
Oh, it's already
a world
over.
record for roller coaster steepness that nobody has yet broken. From there, you're treated to 3 more loops before finally returning to the station. Amazingly, Takabisha has not yet caused a single injury. Here's hoping it stays that way. Even still, the sheer rush of darkness followed by 7...
I'd sure hope so with that kind of drop. That would be one big lawsuit.
different loops, and the steepest drop of them all will likely make you want to spend a couple of hours on the merry-go-round afterward, simply to calm your nerves. For the most part, the Gravity Max roller coaster is pretty straightforward. After a drop, there's some darkness, one loop, and some rolling track before you're sent back to the station. But what happens before the drop is one of the scariest, craziest features of any coaster on the planet. The track seemingly breaks.
Oh, it's like the... have you guys played Roller Coaster Tycoon 3? Yeah, it's like that ride. That's, those are always fun to make, especially when you wanted to launch the riders into an underground tunnel where they just crash and die.
Might faint. After rising 114 feet, your car suddenly stops, and you realize there's no more track. You're seemingly stuck up there, at least until the track begins to slowly angle downward. It feels like the coaster is malfunctioned, and you're about to pay for it.
Feels like I'm
but then the
right
track
now.
connects to the rest of the coaster and sends you careening down at a 90-degree angle. For those who don't know their geometry, a 90-degree drop sends you straight down, which is so terrifying no other coaster in the world has yet dared to put its riders through it. Gravity Max broke the mold, daring its riders to embrace a sense of danger like they've never had
I gotta
before.
give you that. It's impressive. Oh, I've heard of this ride
Fury
before.
325 roller coaster is one of the...
That was a picture of a Noctis ride. Hang time. Where's this guy getting his images from? 'Cause I'm pretty sure Google's not making that big of a mistake.
The world's most aptly named coasters, as well as one of the freakiest. And it doesn't just thrill your body, but your mind too. The coaster's overall aesthetic is inspired by the hornet, one of the most rage-filled
nice.
insects on Earth. The 325 comes
Not the
from
killer hornet, I don't
coaster
like
saying
that
it's
one. Oh,
Come on,
an
man.
ad.
Let's road trip. Trade up to a new Kia.
riders to a peak height of
We're back.
325 feet, making it one of the tallest coasters in the world. But the designers don't just toy with your head with the foreboding name. No, they play with your psychology from the second you enter the park. Part of Fury 325 zooms past and around Carowind's front gate, putting the coaster in your head the second you walk in and building your anticipation long before you even get in line.
I mean, it is
Once on the
intimidating.
coaster, Fury 325
You see
does
that
not disappoint.
when you first
in addition
walk
to its
into a
foreboding
park,
height,
so
it drops you at an
they did good on that
81-degree
part.
angle, reaching speeds of roughly 95 miles per hour. While there are no loops, there are plenty of rolls and corkscrews along the way, and the speed doesn't let up for a second. Adding to the danger is a beam meant to barely clear your head. While you're in no actual danger provided you're not 8 feet tall, the positioning of the beam combined
Would anybody black out after that first drop? That's some intense G's right there. So I don't know. I would try to stay as conscious as I could, but I'm not going to guarantee that I'd still be alive.
the speed makes it so your brain can only process terror when they see that bit of steel seemingly coming straight toward you. And don't forget, at some point Fury 325 will send you past the front gate in full view of everybody entering the park. That way you're
That's how
playing
you
your
do
part
it.
in building anticipation for the next set of Fury riders, who will do the same as they're sent hurtling past yet more eager park goers. It's the circle of life, or more accurately, the circle of screaming for your life.
Yeah, pretty much.
The Mutu ride at Tampa Bay's Busch Gardens is a prime example of what makes a roller coaster truly terrifying. The sense that you, the rider, are not in control. You're strapped tight in a car barreling at over 60 miles per hour, twisting and turning and dropping the entire time. Few coasters take that sense of control away from you better than Mutu. From the start, the ride seems extra scary.
It's another coaster on the list I wouldn't mind going and checking out. I've always seen this ride, and I gotta admit, it's a really nice layout. I do like the scenery around the ride. It looks like it's a solid ride. It's a great ride. So hopefully I can experience it one day when everything opens back up.
Because the track lies above your car rather than below it. This lets your feet dangle as you zip through the ride, greatly adding to the seeming danger before the ride even begins. From there, after your initial drop, you're treated to a loop into a darkened tunnel, a corkscrew, an inverted corkscrew, and multiple turns taken at purposefully sharp and freaky angles. Montu's entire goal is to make it so you can't see what's next, because what's next is meant entirely to scare you out of your skin. On 5 different occasions, Mutu sharply turns and you immediately find yourself in the trenches. The coaster drops down to the point where your feet are dangling just above the ground. Any closer and you may risk losing your feet forever. This obviously will not happen.
It's
and you
not
quickly
that
find yourself
close.
back
Come
up
on.
in the air, safely screaming to the heavens. But if for even a split second you thought you were about to crash to your doom, then Mutu...
I mean, not even a carnival company would consider putting a coaster that close to the ground that you would be inverted. So, yeah. I mean, this guy's a little bit over the top, but come on now. It's not like, come on, it ain't that scary. At least to me.
did its job. Abu Dhabi doesn't do many things small, and their roller coasters are no exception. Case in point, the Formula
Ooh,
Rossa ride at
yeah,
Ferrari
this
World,
one.
which isn't
Crazy.
just the world's fastest roller coaster, it's the fastest by a landslide. With the overall theme of a Ferrari racetrack, complete with a coaster train done up like a Ferrari race car,
yeah.
it makes sense that Formula Rossa would be the fastest of all of its peers.
I mean, for this ride, it is the world's fastest, but it's just a shame that they didn't try to go for both records, the fastest and the tallest, because with a speed like this, you could totally beat King Dakar. But for me, it's a good thing. I don't have to travel as far as just going from California to New Jersey, then from here to there, which is like plus more hours. Oh, my phone just went off. But other than that, yeah, it just sucks they didn't do it. Maybe they didn't have it in the budget, but it would have been even more incredible, possibly.
It reaches top speeds of nearly 150 miles per hour,
Yeah.
while its closest competitor, King Dakar in New Jersey, can only manage a comparatively sluggish 128 miles per hour.
It's sluggish. I mean, yeah, if you try to compare it to, but still 128 is still pretty crazy. Like, I've only gone maybe 80 on the freeway. I can't imagine what 128 would feel like, let alone on a coaster, in like a matter of seconds.
More thanks to its super powerful hydraulic launch system, Rossa can hit its top speed in under 5 seconds. It's so fast and the speed happens so quickly, riders actually have to wear goggles for protection. The ride itself isn't a slouch either. There's no slow rise up a track. Much like a Formula One race, you're immediately zooming straight ahead to top speed. The speed doesn't let up as you're sent careening along the track, the rails constantly twisting and turning as you fight to keep your skin from being blown off your face. The lack of loops and corkscrews hardly matter. Formula Rossa's sheer speed provides enough thrill to keep its racers thrilled and happy during each crazy ride.
Oh, finally! Hey!
Formula Rossa might have claimed the fastest coaster title from King Macaw, but that doesn't make this Six Flags mega attraction any less crazy or menacing. If the most thrilling part of the roller coaster is the height and scale before dropping down at Mach speed, then King Macaw might just be calling your name. Since 2005, King Macaw has held the crown of world's tallest roller coaster.
That's
it
right.
reaches a seemingly impossible height of 456 feet before dropping you 418 feet at a nearly 90-degree angle.
Oh, yeah.
Remember, this ride can reach speeds of up to 128 miles per hour. It can do so in roughly 3.5 seconds. It may not be the fastest coaster ever, but its speed plus the insane height should be quite enough to make you glad you hit the back.
Again, the wrong picture of a coaster. What does he do? Is that intentional? To get people like me to call it out, or especially the people in the comments so they comment. I don't know, but what are you doing there, man? Or team, whatever. Let's go.
Bathroom before taking this ride. Perhaps because of the extremes this coaster puts its riders through, it's not a long ride at all. From launch to stop, you're on the coaster for only 28 seconds. But in those 28 seconds, you're subjected to that rapid-fire launch, the record-setting rise, a 270-degree spiral, and then another 129-foot rise that actually makes you weightless for a second. Immediately thereafter, the brakes hit and the ride is over. Brief runner.
Any coaster fanatic out there knows weightlessness is the best feeling on a ride. The best one I've ever experienced so far was Goliath at Six Flags Magic Mountain, and yeah, that shit's crazy.
Or not, you'd be hard-pressed to find anyone walking away from King Macaw disappointed.
Oh, the Smiler. Yeah, I've heard this
Some
one.
roller coasters are tall, others are fast. The Smiler, a United Kingdom coaster, earned its insane reputation another way. It features more rolls and loops than any other coaster in the world. Built in 2013, the Smiler immediately...
He used a picture from Planet Coaster. Maybe that was just the best way to get a full ride layout, I guess.
garnered attention for its 14 inversions, a record that no coaster has topped since. The first inversion happens before you begin your ascent, meaning the second your car moves, you're already upside down. After a series of inversions, the train stops, and you're sent up yet another set of brake tracks for a second ascent. After a 90-degree drop, you'll begin the second half of the ride, which features even crazier loops than the last. Near the very end, you're barrel rolling 360 degrees several times over, leaving no time to do anything but scream before the ride finally comes to a complete stop. The Smiler...
You know what? For a small ride like this, it does sure pack a punch, and I wouldn't mind going and trying it out. Especially with all those crazy inversions, like... Woo! That's crazy! Yeah, it's insane, dude.
also features several gimmicks it calls mind manipulations. It makes it appear that the ride is spraying you with laughing gas and other assorted chemicals designed to put a smile on your face.
It's always important on a coaster.
That may not be necessary, as your stomach's incessant tickling from going upside down and all around so many times in just a couple of minutes will make you smile no matter what gases Alton Towers pretends to throw your way.
Ooh, Full Throttle. I've been on this one,
Full
so yeah.
Throttle reaches a height of 160 feet. While that may not sound impressive when...
One thing about that loop is it's so crazy. The last time I went on it, I was like, oh my gosh. I felt like I was going to fall off the seat. It was just like, it felt like we were just hanging there for like the longest time. Even if it was just like a couple seconds, it was crazy. I've never been on a loop that crazy before, but man, is that ride insane. I thought it would suck just how small the ride is, but it's actually a decent ride for the amount of time you're on it. It's not too bad.
Compared to other coasters that send you over 450 feet in the air, you may change your tune when you learn that you're upside down at that height. Yes, Full Throttle features a 160-foot high vertical loop, which is crazy to imagine, much less experience. You experience that insane loop almost immediately, as Full Throttle launches you from 0 to 70 miles per hour within a second or so. From there, you find yourself zooming upward until you're upside down,
Woo,
160
look at that shot.
feet up.
That's great.
After a few more inversions, the ride suddenly stops.
Oh, that part's crazy. Yeah,
as you now get to experience everything again, only in reverse. So not only will you be upside down 160 feet high, you'll be that way twice. After that, the ride ends for real, less than a minute after it began. Not surprisingly, Full Throttle set the record for tallest vertical loop upon its launch in 2013. In 2016, though, a Chinese coaster called Flash debuted, also featuring a 160-foot loop. But if you're a North American adrenaline junkie, you still can't go
It's
wrong
still a
with
great
visiting
ride.
the co-champion in California.
I've heard about this one too.
The one drawback of a roller coaster, no matter how thrilling it may be, is that the ride's simply over too fast.
Yeah.
Some don't even last 30 seconds, which can be a bummer.
Sometimes
after
it's a
spending
good thing and bad
45
thing.
minutes in line. If that's the case, then head on over to Japan, where the Steel Dragon 2000 coaster is ready to spend
Yeah, that
lots
thing
of
looks
quality time with your
insane,
screen
man.
itself. The Dragon is the world's longest coaster by far.
Woo!
It features a whopping 8,100...
another animation. Maybe it's just a copyright. Yeah, it's true. Yeah, whatever. It's whatever. It works. It works, I guess. It works.
33 feet of track. By comparison, King Macaw is only 3,118 feet long, and Gravity Max measures a mere 1,863 feet. With that much terrain to cover, Steel Dragon is a lengthy ride indeed.
Oh, it looks
From
great.
launch to stop,
Oh my
you're in that
God, look
train
at that
for close
drop.
to 4 minutes. Steel
4
Dragon
minutes.
2000 reaches a height of 318 feet before
Damn.
dropping you 307 feet below.
That's great.
It can reach speeds of up to 95 miles per hour
95.
and immerses you in pitch blackness several times over. There's no inversions or crazy loops, but the sheer amount of coaster you get more than makes up for
Man.
it. So if you're ever in Japan and have 5 minutes to kill, there's a dragon who's anxious to meet you.
All right. Oh, this one. Okay.
Earlier I mentioned how Full Throttle has the tallest vertical loop in North America, and
Uh-huh.
perhaps the world, while Gatekeeper in Ohio has its own height record to brag about. At 170 feet high, this coaster boasts the tallest inversion of any kind in the world. Gatekeeper features 6 inversions, the craziest being the wing overdrop. After climbing 170
Oh
feet
my
at the
God,
start of
look
the
at
ride,
that.
the track rotates a
Woo!
full 180 degrees, sending you careening
That'd be something cool to
164
try out.
feet upside down. The ride doesn't let up after that, inverting several times over. This includes multiple occasions where it looks like you're about to hit a wall, only for your train to suddenly invert and send you through a narrow space called a keyhole.
Oh,
saving
that's
you
sick.
from
I
certain
do like
doom.
that
The
entryway.
train's
I
design
think it's
is
so
just
cool
plain
just seeing
neat,
that
too.
thing pop up. It's like, I don't know, for some reason I like those when you walk into the entrance and you just see a ride like they're just like, boom, right in the face. It's like, oh, whoa, okay, you guys aren't playing around.
No rider actually sits above or below the track. Rather, you're stationed on the train's wings, adding to the danger of rolling that high up, as well as passing through those narrow keyholes. But like all the other coasters I've mentioned, you're never in any real danger on the Gatekeeper.
Yeah.
Most likely, however, you'll be too busy
It's all an
screaming to
illusion.
remember that.
Oh, subscribe for more, guys. That's an intense ride, too. I think that's pretty much it. Yeah, so, yeah, those are some pretty decent coasters on the list, but, like, why did you not add X2?
I'm going to show you how I draw clothing. And
Oh, another video played, but, why would you not add X2? That would actually been very helpful to the list. That ride is freaking insane. If you haven't been on that ride, I highly suggest it. You probably wouldn't be scared of coasters after that. That ride will probably get rid of that fear quickly. Just knowing you tame that ride, X2 would be like the best thing you could for someone who's trying to go into coasters and be a thrill seeker. So, yeah, I would have added that to the list. But, thanks, guys, again for watching. I appreciate the nice, warm comments on my videos. And, yeah, come back for more. And thanks for watching and subscribing to the channel. And we'll have more content like this and even greater things in the future. So, yeah, stay tuned and peace out.